In the kingdom of Magadha, a king named Prasenajit worried constantly about the fragility of his aging body. He surrounded himself with physicians, hoping to preserve the vigor of youth against the inevitable decline of age. Yet, his heart remained unsettled, plagued by the specter of illness and weakness that time would bring. One day, the king heard of the Buddha, residing in the shade of the Sala grove nearby. Seeking peace, the king approached the grove, hoping the Enlightened One could quell his fear of aging. Beneath the canopy of trees, the Buddha sat, serene and composed, radiating wisdom and compassion. The king bowed low before him and spoke of his fears, admitting his helplessness in the face of impermanence. "Blessed One," he began, "I fear the frailty of my body as age creeps upon me. How can I find peace?" The Buddha looked upon him with eyes full of infinite understanding, his voice as calm as a still pond. "O king, the body is but a vessel," he said, "subject to the currents of time and change." He continued, "Seasons change, rivers flow, and mountains erode. The physical form, too, is destined to transform. To resist this change is to invite suffering. But to embrace impermanence is to walk the path of liberation." The Buddha spoke of a farmer who cherished his strong bull, only to see it age and grow frail. At first, the farmer grieved, mourning the loss of strength and vitality the bull once embodied, the Buddha explained. Yet over time, he learned to cherish the moments they still shared, cultivating love in the present. The farmer's acceptance of the bull's aging brought him peace, for he understood the nature of impermanence and love. King Prasenajit listened intently, absorbing the wisdom in the parable, his heart stirring with newfound clarity. "O Blessed One, your words illuminate the truth I have struggled to grasp," the king said with deep gratitude. "It is not youth or health that matters, but the love, kindness, and acceptance we nurture within," he realized. The Buddha spoke again. "Fear arises from clinging to that which is fleeting. Let go, and you will know tranquility. Do not measure life by the vigor of your body, but by the depth of compassion and wisdom in your heart. True strength is found not in resisting change, but in embracing the reality of life's transient beauty." The king bowed once more, vowing to live with acceptance, cultivating peace and compassion for all beings. Under the shade of sala trees, the king felt lighter, as if the burden of fear had been lifted from his soul. The teachings of the Buddha resonated in his heart, offering a path to peace and profound understanding. Another day, another moment of quiet in the grove. The Buddha sat surrounded by the rustling leaves of sala trees. Among the gathering of disciples, Ananda, the devoted attendant, appeared troubled, his usual serenity replaced with sorrow. His body, though strong in youth, now bore signs of aging, his movements slower and his gaze less bright. The Buddha noticed his absence from the tasks he once performed with diligence. Sensing the turmoil that lingered within him, seeking to alleviate Ananda's burden, the Buddha approached him, his footsteps deliberate and calm, his presence radiating compassion. "Ananda," he spoke gently, "why do you withdraw from your duties? What weighs heavy upon your heart in this moment?" Ananda, overwhelmed, replied, "Master, my body fails me. Age has stolen the vigor with which I served you. I feel unworthy." The Buddha's eyes softened, his expression serene, as he considered the disciples' plight and the fears that gripped him. "Ananda," the Buddha began, "the worth of a being is not determined by the strength of their body or the speed of their hands. True value lies in the purity of the heart and the wisdom shared with others." Even amidst the trials of age, the Buddha recounted a story to Ananda, one of resilience and understanding, to illuminate the path forward. Imagine a pot of water left in the sun. Over time, the water evaporates, yet the pot itself remains strong. In the same way, Your body may weaken, but the essence of your being, the Dharma, is eternal and untarnished. Ananda listened, his heart stirring as the Buddha's words began to dissipate the shadows of despair that clouded his mind. Master, Ananda said with a trembling voice, I see now that my worth is not diminished by the challenges of aging. The service I offer, whether in strength or frailty, carries meaning through the compassion and wisdom I share. The Buddha continued, age brings its own challenges, but it also provides opportunities to deepen understanding and cultivate profound compassion for all beings. Embrace this stage of life as part of your journey, a testament to the impermanence that surrounds and shapes us. Ananda's eyes brimmed with tears, not of sorrow but of gratitude. As he bowed before the Buddha, his heart lighter, I shall continue to serve with sincerity and love, cherishing the present moment, without fear of my body's limitations, he vowed. The Buddha placed a hand on Ananda's shoulder and smiled, his gesture full of warmth and reassurance. Even the dimmest flame can illuminate the darkest night. Let your light shine, Ananda, and guide those in need. Ananda rose with renewed resolve, the wisdom of the Buddha granting him strength to face the journey ahead. Among the sala trees, the teachings resonated, carrying the truth of impermanence and the power of acceptance and compassion. Ananda's devotion remained steadfast, his heart now imbued with a deeper understanding of life's transient beauty. Another day, another sun rising over the distant mountains. The village elder Sumantra sat quietly, reflecting on life's journey. His once strong hands, now wrinkled and trembling, struggled with tasks that were effortless in the vigor of youth. Sumantra felt the weight of solitude, his companions long gone, leaving him with memories and the aches of old age. Yet his wisdom, shaped by the teachings of the Buddha, remained steadfast, offering solace amid the challenges of aging. Villagers often approached Sumantra, seeking guidance, drawn by the depth of knowledge he carried and the serenity of his demeanor. On this day, a group of young villagers arrived, their faces earnest, yearning for answers to the mysteries of life's impermanence. Grandfather, they said, how do we confront the inevitability of aging and the frailty that accompanies the passing of years? Sumantra closed his eyes briefly, recalling the words of the Buddha spoken in a grove beneath the sala trees years ago. The Blessed One taught that suffering arises not from change itself, but from the resistance we harbor against life's impermanence, he began. All things, be they mountains or rivers, the wind or the flame, are subject to transformation, a truth we must embrace. The Buddha spoke of a lotus, blossoming even in the muddiest of waters, untouched by the dirt surrounding it. In the same way, though the body weakens, the mind can remain pure, elevated, untainted by the trials of age. Sumantra shared a parable the Buddha had told, a tale of an aging monk who feared his diminishing physical abilities. The monk mourned his decline, yet the Buddha assured him that wisdom and compassion carry greater value than fleeting strength. Even the dimmest flame, the Buddha said, can illuminate the darkest corner, bringing light to those in need. It is not the length of our days that defines us, but the depth of understanding we cultivate within, Sumantra continued. The villagers listened intently, their worries of aging tempered by the elder's words and the teachings of the Buddha. How do we nurture purity of mind, grandfather, when faced with the challenges of aging and the decline of health? One asked. Through mindfulness, Sumantra replied, and through compassion for oneself and others. The Buddha's path leads us to peace and resilience. Live in the present, he said, for clinging to youth or fearing the future only heightens suffering and obscures the joy of now. The villagers absorbed the wisdom, their hearts stirring with newfound clarity and a sense of comfort in life's uncertainties. Sumantra felt his strength rekindled, not in his body but in his ability to guide others. His purpose renewed. As they departed, the elder sat alone once more, the echoes of their gratitude lingering, filling the emptiness of solitude. He reflected on the Buddha's words, the truths that offered hope and enlightenment even amid the shadow of age. Age may bend the body, but it cannot break the spirit if the mind is anchored in understanding and acceptance, he mused. The sala trees swayed gently, as if carrying the teachings of the Buddha on the wind. Across the village and beyond, Sumantra resolved to continue sharing his wisdom, cherishing each moment as a gift, a testament to life's transient beauty. Under the fading light of day, the elder sat peacefully, his heart lightened by the understanding he had shared with others. Buddha inclined his head slightly, his expression serene. Yes, Ananda, endurance is part of the lesson. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.